Hello. How do you do? Please allow me to introduce myself. I am what you would call a demon. Yes, I at one time was an angel of the Lord, and I followed Satan, Lucifer as we called him at the time, in his bid for power, and of course we lost. And God threw us out into the air, the earth, under the earth, the air around the earth, the spaces between the planets and all the planets. We are everywhere except in heaven. Heaven is the only place which we are not. We are not in hell. We are free to roam and to do our will as we please. So, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I come to you in this appearance because this is how you expect me to look. But I can appear in any form I choose. Animate or inanimate, I can appear as a beautiful person. I can appear to you in the image of Christ because we've been given that power. And I can lie to you and make you believe it. But what I really want to tell you all is that we are very, very proud of our children here on earth, our many followers. When we drive by the big Baptist church complexes and the big Methodist church complexes with your basketball courts and your buses and your vans and your ball fields, it makes us feel so good. It makes us just rejoice. When we travel around and we see groups of church people on vacation, it makes us feel so good and so wonderful that you're doing this. And we want you to continue doing that. What really pleases us the most is when we see groups of so-called Christians go into the Holy Land and touring Jerusalem and standing there praying in a spot where some lying guide told them that Jesus had stood. That makes us feel really good. We want you to continue doing that because it makes you feel as if you're something sanctimoniously special and that somehow you're blessed because you stood on holy ground. And we want you to continue feeling like that. In fact, we would encourage you to make a pilgrimage to the Holy Land and to stand where they tell you Jesus stood so that you'll feel extra sanctimonious and special, and it will assure more assuredly your dominion under us. And we like that. We love and we enjoy seeing that. And I have to apologize. The big boss man would have been here today, but he's kind of busy. He's out on the campaign trail for the presidential campaign, and he's working close with one of our top producers who's a really great guy. We really admire him for everything he's done. He's really got a lot of power, and he's come a long way, and he's led a lot of people to us, and he's driven people to us. And we want you to know that you don't have to do one single thing. We've got you. We've got you from the minute you're born. The only people that escape us are innocent babies who don't know no better. But anybody that knows better, we got you. We also want to encourage you to go to church every Sunday, and especially to take some busted crackers and wine and call it the body of Christ. We love it when you do that because we know that when you leave, you feel extra special, sanctimonious, and like you've done something really wonderful, and you've got Jesus in you. And then you can go have a nice chicken dinner and sit there and just talk about how wonderful you are because you had communion. And you can ride by and see people who obviously didn't go to church, and you can say, oh, look at those people. They ought to have been in church. And we just love it when you do that. We love it. That just makes us feel so good. We would encourage you to add on to your church facilities. If you don't have a bowling alley, get one. Get one. Oh, it just pleases us no end. And we want to say to you that when you go out in public, make a big deal out of praying in public. If you go in a restaurant to have a meal, we want you to all join hands and bow your heads and make a big public production out of your praying, because it engenders ill will in everybody who is forced to look at that. And it makes you even more sinful than them because you think because you've done that, everybody's going to see you and know you're a big Christian and that y'all's church people. Yes, we're church people. And we want you to continue doing that and make a bigger deal out of it. Make a big public prayer so everybody can see it, and they'll know you're a Christian just by seeing you pray. And you'll make people feel uncomfortable, and that's what we like. We want you to be uncomfortable. We don't want you to be comfortable. I mean, we'll give you riches, we'll let you have all that, but we don't want you to be comfortable with them. We want you to be frustrated and upset all the time. And we want you to stand in judgment of your brothers. We love it when you do that. We love it when you do that. We want to also make sure that you wear a cross all the time. If you don't own a cross, buy one and wear it. There's nothing we love more than to see you wearing this terrible, horrible instrument of torture so everybody will know you're a Christian. And we love it when you wear this horrible instrument of torture because we know that it makes you think that you're super ultra blessed and everybody else will know it, and it makes you feel oh so extra holy. Yes, I can't tell you in words how satisfied we are with everything you're doing. We want you to make sure that you don't feed the hungry children. Don't worry about those little children starving in those countries. No. Go on a church trip to Branson, Missouri, and listen to some gospel music. We love it. We love it so much it makes us just feel so good. And we want you to do that. We want you to walk by the homeless. Don't help them. Don't help them. That's not your job. They should get jobs if they wanted to have some money. We want you to hate your neighbor. We really want America to go to war with Mexico and hate them because that would be so unrighteous that we would probably have to have a cocktail mixer on the Friday of the week that happened. All of us would get together. And we want you to know that we love you all. We don't hate you. We love you. We want you to come be with us. And we know that many of you will be. And we want to encourage every one of you to buy a Bible and read it. Read it assiduously. And make sure that you always have a Bible verse right on the tip of your tongues so that you can trot it out there out of context and judge your brothers and make your brothers and your friends and everybody feel bad when you throw a Bible verse at them to point out their sin. That's what we want. We want you to do that. Do that. Especially the King James Version. In fact, we would encourage you to do like some of our really high producers and just rewrite your own study Bible and put in it what you want. It's the age of man. This is the age of Aquarius and the age of man when man will become wise and all knowledge will come available. And we really want you to know that. And we really want you to do that. And we would encourage each and every one of you to pray in public as much as possible. And to make sure that people know you're a Christian by you telling them that. Don't worry about them knowing it through your good works or anything. Make sure you tell them. And we want you to also make a big public spectacle of protesting things of which you do not approve. We want you to do that. We really want you to do that. And the reason we want you to do that is because it promotes this feeling of sanctimoniousness within you and makes you think you've really done God's good work. Well, let me tell you something. You're not. You're doing our work, and we're so proud of you. Our top producers really get it on their own TV, and they really bring them to us hardcore. We want you to make sure that you subscribe to the myth of the Protestant work ethic and work as hard as you can. And business is business. Now, if somebody doesn't pay you your debt, oh, don't forgive them that debt. No, that's stupid. Only a fool would do that. Take them to court. Take them to court. If somebody steals your church bus, don't give them the van. No, take them to court. Prosecute them. Prosecute them. We want you to do that. Make sure you prosecute them. Don't turn the other cheek. If somebody comes in your church and starts trouble, we want you to beat the hell out of them and get the deacons to throw them out. That's what we want you to do. And that's what you should do. We want you to have closed communion and not allow people into your church that aren't members. We want you to do an altar call every time you go to church so everybody can come down front and make a big show of their piety. That's what we just love the most. Oh, how we love that. We love it. But what we love the most is a big show of praying in public. We love that. We love it when people do that. And we want to make sure, too, that you wear your hair a certain way and that you wear a certain kind of clothing so that people will know that you're holy and good and that you go to this and that and the other certain kind of church. We want you to do that. You keep up the good work, folks. Y'all are doing it all just exactly like we want you to. And we're very proud of you, and want to let you know we'll be seeing y'all real soon.